Southern trees bear strange fruit, blood on the leaves.
Billie Holiday, born Eleanora Fagan, was an American jazz and blues singer who became one of the most influential and iconic figures in the history of jazz music. She was born on April 7, 1915, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and passed away on July 17, 1959, in New York City. Holiday had a difficult childhood marked by poverty and instability. She grew up in Baltimore, Maryland, after her parents separated and left her in the care of relatives. At a young age, she faced various hardships, including dropping out of school and dealing with homelessness. However, she found solace in music and began singing in Harlem nightclubs during her teenage years. In 1933, at the age of 18, Holiday was discovered by record producer John Hammond, who helped launch her career. She started recording with various jazz musicians and bands, including Benny Goodman and Teddy Wilson. Her unique vocal style, characterized by a distinctive phrasing and emotional depth, set her apart from other singers of her time. Holiday's career reached its peak in the 1930s and 1940s. She recorded several hit songs, including Strange Fruit, which became one of her signature songs. The song addressed the issue of racism and was a powerful protest against the lynching of African Americans. Holiday's rendition of Strange Fruit remains one of the most haunting and important recordings in American music history. Despite her success, Holiday faced numerous personal and professional challenges. She struggled with drug addiction throughout her life, which impacted her career and led to legal issues. In 1947, she was arrested for drug possession, and her license to perform in New York City clubs was revoked. Holiday's personal life was also marked by tumultuous relationships and abusive encounters. She married several times but experienced difficulties in her marriages. Her relationships often exacerbated her emotional struggles and addiction problems. In the 1950s, Holiday's health began to decline due to her drug use and turbulent lifestyle. She continued to perform, but her voice suffered, and her troubles overshadowed her career. In 1959, at the age of 44, she passed away from cirrhosis of the liver. Despite the challenges she faced, Billie Holiday's legacy as a jazz and blues singer endures. Her unique voice, emotional expressiveness, and ability to convey deep emotions through her music continue to captivate audiences. Her contributions to jazz and her fearless activism against racial injustice have left an indelible mark on the history of American music.
Billie Holiday's vocal style was distinct and instantly recognizable, setting her apart from other singers of her time. Her approach to singing was deeply emotive and expressive, and she had a remarkable ability to convey a wide range of emotions through her voice. One of the defining characteristics of Holiday's singing was her phrasing. She had a natural sense of timing and a unique way of interpreting lyrics. She often used unusual rhythmic patterns and unexpected pauses, bending and stretching notes to create a sense of tension and release. This phrasing technique, influenced by her jazz instrumentalist counterparts, gave her performances a sense of spontaneity and improvisation. Holiday had a remarkable ability to infuse her singing with a deep sense of pathos and vulnerability. Her voice had a raw, gritty quality that conveyed a profound emotional depth. She had a knack for finding the emotional core of a song and delivering it with authenticity and sincerity. Whether she was singing a heart-wrenching ballad or an upbeat tune, she had a way of communicating the underlying emotions in a way that resonated with listeners. Another notable aspect of Holiday's singing style was her use of dynamics. She had great control over her voice and could effortlessly transition between soft, intimate whispers and powerful, belting moments. Her ability to modulate her voice added further depth and nuance to her performances, allowing her to convey a wide range of emotions from melancholy and longing to joy and defiance. Holiday's voice had a unique timbre, characterized by a slight raspiness and a smoky quality. This distinctive tone added to the emotional impact of her singing and contributed to her iconic sound. Her vocal style influenced generations of singers who came after her, and her impact on jazz and popular music cannot be overstated. In addition to her vocal prowess, Holiday was also a masterful storyteller. She had a talent for interpreting lyrics, and making them deeply personal. Through her phrasing, tone, and emotional delivery, she could bring a song's narrative to life, drawing listeners into the stories she told. Billie Holiday's unique vocal style, characterized by her inventive phrasing, emotional depth, control over dynamics, and distinctive timbre, cemented her as one of the greatest and most influential singers in the history of jazz and popular music. Her legacy continues to inspire and captivate audiences to this day.
Billie Holiday recorded numerous songs throughout her career, many of which have become timeless classics. Here are some of her most famous and influential songs. This haunting and powerful song, originally a poem by Abel Meeropol, became one of Billie Holiday's signature songs. It addressed the horrors of racism and lynching in America, and her rendition remains one of the most iconic and impactful recordings in music history. Co-written by Holiday herself, this song has become one of her most enduring hits. It showcases her ability to infuse a song with emotion and deliver a heartfelt performance. The lyrics speak to the importance of self-reliance and resilience. Originally from the opera Porgy and Bess by George Gershwin, Holiday's rendition of Summertime is widely regarded as one of the definitive versions of the song. Her soulful interpretation captures the essence of the lullaby-like melody. Also known as I Love My Man, this bluesy and passionate song exemplifies Holiday's ability to convey deep emotions. Her heartfelt delivery and improvisational phrasing make this song a showcase of her unique vocal style. This song became one of Holiday's biggest hits. It showcases her ability to convey longing and vulnerability through her voice. Her interpretation of the lyrics perfectly captures the yearning for love and companionship. With its melancholic and bittersweet tone, this song is a quintessential example of Holiday's ability to evoke profound emotions. Her soulful rendition has made it a beloved jazz standard. Holiday's interpretation of this popular jazz standard has become one of the definitive versions of the song. Her emotional delivery and unique phrasing capture the essence of love and heartbreak. Featured in the famous The Sound of Jazz television special, this song is a powerful showcase of Holiday's ability to convey deep emotions. The performance brought together a remarkable group of jazz musicians and is considered one of her most memorable live recordings. These are just a few examples of Billie Holiday's iconic songs. Her discography includes many more timeless recordings that continue to captivate audiences and influence musicians to this day.
Billie Holiday's activism against racial injustice had a significant impact on her career, both positively and negatively. As one of the first African-American female vocalists to achieve mainstream success, she used her platform and her music to address social issues and advocate for civil rights. However, her activism also made her a target of scrutiny and led to various challenges throughout her career. One of the most notable instances of Holiday's activism was her recording and performances of Strange Fruit. The song, which protested against the lynching of African Americans, was a bold and courageous act in an era of racial segregation and discrimination. It garnered both praise and controversy, with many considering it a powerful anthem for the civil rights movement. However, the controversial nature of Strange Fruit had consequences for Holiday's career. The song's subject matter and her association with it led to increased scrutiny from authorities and conservative groups. She faced backlash and censorship, with some venues refusing to book her and radio stations refusing to play her music. Additionally, her activism drew the attention of law enforcement agencies, which targeted her with surveillance and harassment. Holiday's personal life and struggles with drug addiction also intersected with her activism. Her drug use made her a target of law enforcement, and she faced legal troubles throughout her career. In 1947, she was arrested for drug possession, which led to the revocation of her cabaret performer's license in New York City. This significantly affected her ability to perform in clubs and limited her career opportunities. Billie Holiday's appearance on The Sound of Jazz was particularly noteworthy. She performed the song Fine and Mellow alongside a stellar lineup of musicians, including saxophonist Ben Webster and Lester Young, trumpeter Roy Eldridge, and pianist Mal Waldron, among others. The performance is considered one of the most memorable moments of the show. Despite the challenges she faced, Holiday continued to use her voice and her music to express her activism. Through her performances, she conveyed a sense of resilience and defiance in the face of adversity.
Her songs often carried themes of struggle, resilience, and the realities of racial inequality. Holiday's activism and her struggles with the law also took a toll on her personal and professional relationships. Her reputation as a drug user and her encounters with law enforcement strained her relationships with record labels, club owners, and even fellow musicians. In the later years of her career, Holiday's health declined due to her addiction and turbulent lifestyle. Her voice suffered, and she faced difficulties in maintaining consistent work. Despite these challenges, she continued to perform and remained dedicated to her art until her untimely death in 1959. While Holiday's activism against racial injustice had a mixed impact on her career, her legacy as a trailblazing artist and an advocate for civil rights endures. Her courage to speak out through her music and her unyielding commitment to addressing social issues have solidified her status as an icon and an inspiration for generations to come.